Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, infinite praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, B'hashim Achak Radash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing His word in truth and sincerity. For this lesson, I will be breaking down Sirach. Well, I will finish my breakdown of Sirach, the 21st chapter, because that was the last video that I did. And I didn't complete the whole chapter, so I'm gonna start off where I left. And out of Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. This is Sirach 21 and verse 15. It says, "If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back." So a clear example of that is if, let's say, you did a video, right? You did a video and you're going into a particular topic, right? Particular breakdown, and a brother would comment a precept that will add perfectly to the video lesson that you did. That's a skillful man hearing the precepts, the prophecies, the breakdowns, and he added unto it by adding more info or shedding a new light to the topic that you was going into. Now, on the flip side, it said, one who doesn't have understanding displeaseth it, he casteth it behind his back. That's another individual, all right, could listen to the same video and, let's say, report it, right, because he didn't understand, or he didn't like something that was said in the video. That's somebody who has no understanding, and he casteth in the scriptures, the book, the breakdown, the truth of the precepts behind him. So that's a perfect example of that precept, right? Now verse 16, it says, "The talking of a fool is like a bird in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise." So the talking of a fool is like a bird in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. It's pretty, straight to the point. We could read that in G&T. G&T, it says, verse 16, "Listening to a foolish person talk is like traveling with a heavy load on your back, but it is a pleasure to hear what intelligent people have to say, or men of the book, right? Men who's pushing the truth behind the scriptures." Verse 17, "They inquire at the mouth of the wise man in the congregation, and they shall ponder his words in their heart." Right? So somebody who's wise, more specifically, right, a men of that the Heavenly Father is dealing with, men who bring out the book correctly and directly the way as it is written, those men are highly valued, right, in amongst the midst of the people, especially back in times past. And men go to those individuals, to get the understanding of the book. For example, like when we first came into this truth, we went to other men, right, to understand the book, right, to get the understanding of the Heavenly Father, right, of Yahweh Shai. So that's what it's saying, right? It says, "They inquire at the mouth of the wise man in the congregation, and they shall ponder his words in their heart. As is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool, and the knowledge of the unwise as talk without sense." So as a house is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. If somebody look at a house and is completely destroyed, completely broken down, that's how somebody who has no care of the Heavenly Father, who will be a fool, right? That would be considered a fool. Somebody who doesn't care about the Most High. They will look at this truth just like somebody would look at a broken house, right? You look at a broken house, there's no value. You think there's no value to it. It's broken. It's discarded. That's how somebody who doesn't care for the Most High looks at the truth, right? At the book, at the words. Verse 19, "Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand." Right, so the book, right, Yahweh Shai, the scriptures, the truth, is unto fools as fetters on the right hand. Meaning, they think to serve the Heavenly Father is too much, right? To sacrifice for the Most High is too much, and to go through hell for the Heavenly Father is too much, right? That's an individual, a mindset of a fool. Right, on the flip side, us through the Spirit, right, the believers of the Most High, we believe that it doesn't matter what we have to experience, right, to get our crown, right? It doesn't matter what we have to experience in our faith and our walk in Yahweh Shai. We're gonna go through it, right? We're gonna preach the book as it is written. It's not going to look like a burden, all right, in our eyes. Verse 20, a fool lifted up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doeth scarce smile a little. So yeah, once again, Sirach is full of wise sayings, how to operate godly. And it says a fool lifted up his voice with laughter, and a wise man doeth scarce smile but a little. Going to show the type of demeanor that we're supposed to have, right? We're not just walking around, angry all the time. We're not smiling at nobody, okay? But it's simply just saying there's a balance to it. We know the situation that we're in, and we have a certain demeanor to ourselves to where we're just not, lackadaisical. Verse 21, learning is as unto a wise man as an ornament of gold and like a bracelet upon his arm. Right, so learning unto a wise man is like gold and a bracelet upon his arm. Gold is something that people, are attracted to, right? You want to wear it. It looks nice on you. It feels nice on you. The Most High made that to be an element of value. The same way somebody look at as gold, that's how we look at the truth, right? That's how we look at the book, the precepts, and the understanding and the knowledge, okay, of Yahushua, right? We look at that as gold. Like, we want to learn more, right? We want to read, right, as much as we can, right? We want to dive into the breakdowns, the precepts, Yahushua, the scriptures, because we just want to know the knowledge and information of the Heavenly Father, right? The Most High gave it everything we need, and we want the most that we can get from out of it. Verse 22, a foolish man's foot is soon in his neighbor's house, but a man of experience is ashamed of him. Right, another way to explain that is overextending your stay, right, or going to places where you're not all the way, welcomed. Verse 23, a fool will peep in at the door into the house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without. Right, so, you're just nosy, right? Somebody being nosy, you peeping into people's houses, looking at them, in a private setting. That's just being nosy, right? That's not a way you should operate, right? Verse 24. It is the rudeness of a man to hearken at the door, but a wise man will be grieved with the disgrace. Right, once again, being nosy, peeping, hearing things that you don't need to hear. Just being overly nosy and being other man's business. Verse 25, the lips of talkers will be telling such things as pertain not unto them, but the words of such as have understanding are weighed in the balance. Right, so the lip of talkers will be gossiping, spreading rumors, right, telling people secrets. But those that have understanding, their words are weighed in the balance, meaning we know what to say, what not to say. We know how to hold a secret, and we know how to stay away from people's businesses. Verse 26, the heart of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their heart. Right, so those who speak without thinking, that be considered foolish. And the mouth of the wise is in their heart, meaning people ponder what they about to say, and they think before they speak. So you hold your words heavily. Verse 27, when the ungodly curseth Satan, he curseth his own soul. That'd be like, for example, that'd be like Esau cursing Satan, when Esau is Satan, right? And when I say that, is Esau is the physical counterpart of Satan, right? Satan works through the nation, all right, of the Edomites. Verse 28, it says, a whisperer defileth his own soul, and is hated wheresoever he dwelleth. Yeah, whisper. You spreading rumors, you're gossiping, being places, minding your business that shouldn't be yours. You're in other people's businesses. That type of person will be hated, right? Nobody likes that individual. So that's the complete breakdown of Sirach 21. I want to give all honor and glory, infinite praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Achad Gudash, Shalom.